the temple, down into the sea below. Rise everyone with your face, make a record all the time. This is your blade, this is your lifetime, this is your final fight. This is your blade, this is your lifetime, this is where it ends.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Hello, everyone. I am Raz. That is Stephen. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Raz and Stephen's Dynamite Post Show. We finally sorted out somewhat a name for it.
I'm doing all right, buddy. How you been doing?
I'm good. What have you been up to?
Nothing much, buddy. Nothing much. Enjoying wrestling, enjoying life.
That's good to hear. We have Kai in the chat, of course, keeping us afloat. Always good to see Kai here. How's your week been, Stephen?
I'm doing all right. Week's been doing good. Weather's warming up finally here, and hopefully no more cold weather.
I'll trade you. It's fucking hot over here.
It hit about 70 degrees here, about 72 degrees here.
It's current. Let me actually check that.
Well, Fahrenheit here. I know it's Celsius for you all.
Just give me a second. I'm going to find you the current temperature where I am is 37 degrees. Which, if I translate that to Fahrenheit, we're looking at about 90-ish.
Well, you'll get about 4 months of this heat where I'm at.
Yeah, we're looking at about 91, roughly. Oh, sorry, 98. Sorry, my bad.
Well, it's hot. Either way, it's hot.
Yeah, 98.6 apparently.
What's it feel like?
Fucking muggy as all hell.
Right, feel like at least 100 degrees.
Yeah, it's probably going to get to about 104. But that also depends on if it starts raining as well. It's going to get muggy as hell.
See the steam on the roads.
Yeah.
It's like a sauna.
It is not going to be fun. Humidity is at 27%.
It's muggy.
Yeah, it's very muggy. Not fun at all. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about pro wrestling, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
What did you think of tonight's show?
I enjoyed it.
No
complaints here.
Overall, it was a good show. Overall, I thought it was a good show. It was definitely something that AEW has put on strong shows lately. Mm-hmm. It just seems to be working out. So, like, they've really put on some really good, strong shows. A lot of people will disagree, say that the shows have been average at best. But I think that we've had some quality matches. We've had some quality segments as well. Definitely getting a different feel to the way it ended last year. So this year is definitely a different feel to it. But that's my personal opinion anyway.
Well, personally, I think that's better than NXT as far as Dynamite go. So,
yep. I don't really, as I said, I don't watch NXT, so I can't really make a comment on that.
Not really missing much.
Personally, nothing on WWE's product is really piquing my interest at the moment. So, but we started tonight's show off strong. We had the the Blackpool Combat Club of Claudio and Moxley versus FTR. You kind of called this early in the start of the match, but
except the double DQ part, though.
Yeah, you'd said double DQ, but we got a time limit draw.
Yep.
And also, for the first time in a long time, we got Moxley bleeding on American television.
Just a little tiny scratch.
Yeah. I don't think he was supposed to bleed. I think that was the hard way.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's the hard way. I don't think he didn't blade himself or nothing.
Yeah. You're definitely right about the way this ended in regards to it was going to end like with no winner. You're right in you may have been wrong in the way it came about, but you got it right there.
Can't be always right, though.
That is true. That is true. We then went backstage with Orange Cassidy. We found out he's had the shit kicked out of him the past few weeks. He's been to London to promote All In. He's been to Rev Pro, defended the belt in Rev Pro in a 7-person match, but then got clear. He's not healthy, but he got cleared to wrestle against Mike Bennett tonight. We then went backstage again to FTR calling out for a rematch against the BCC at Revolution. The BCC walk on screen and an argument ensues. What did you think of that?
I think we might get a double DQ, no DQ tag match.
Obviously, they needed to add more matches to Revolution. The question is, what do you think is the stipulation behind this match? Do you think it's a no DQ? Do you think it's a normal match and they end up going to a DQ and we get further matches? What do you say?
There'll be definitely no time limit.
Okay.
For Revolution, but I think it ought to be some kind of stipulation. I was thinking like no DQ.
Yeah. I think that we're definitely going to get something going on. I don't know exactly what. I think that because both teams are essentially brawlers, we're going to have some sort of stipulation where they'll fight on the outside or something like that. It might be a no DQ. It might be just a no holds barred sort of thing, which is essentially the same shit.
It's type of BCC's alley right there, as far as no DQ and all that.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We get to our second match of the night, Orange Cassidy versus Mike Bennett. Of course, Orange takes the win here with the Orange Punch. Then the Kingdom attacks, and we get a weird save this time around.
Well, it's in explain it all is Dynamite is in Oklahoma. It's in Jake Hager's home state.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Pretty much what explains it is that Roderick's wrestling Jake at Rampage.
Yeah, we had Jake come in and make the save, which I thought was really strange. As I said in ABJ's, it was the hometown advantage thing and the hometown pop, which definitely did happen. I don't know if you heard that. He got his hometown pop.
Yeah.
He always looks good. He always looks good when he's on when he's on screen. Hopefully they might start doing something with him. Who knows? But
it would be cool if Tony Khan would use him more.
Yeah. Hell, maybe team him with Orange Cassidy and get Cassidy away from best friends for a little bit, and have Cassidy work with Hager.
Be kind of
Give
an
him-
odd pairing, though.
We've had worse pairings.
True.
We've had a lot worse
True.
pairings.
True.
I mean, Big Bill and Enzo.
Big Bill and Ricky Starks, yeah.
Big Bill and Ricky Starks, yeah.
Tag champ, or not word of
We've
tag
had a
champs,
lot
yeah.
less. We've had a lot weirder pairings than this, so I'd be down for it. It'd be good because you'd get more action out of. Fuck, I forgot his name already. Jake Hager. That's the one. That's the one. Fucking
All
hell.
right.
I literally just mentioned his name and I had a mental brain fart. We next go back to Angelo Parker backstage interviewing with Renee. Apparently she's going on a date. He's going on a date with Ruby Soho. We then see Ric Flair arriving.
I laugh at Anthony.
After the commercial break, we're once again backstage with Flair. Flair talks to Renee and says he feels like he feels like he should have been more involved with Sting's last match, and that he's a bit pissed off because he hasn't been more involved. And then he goes to talk to the Young Bucks. Once again, I think you called it here. You said that Flair was going to turn on Sting. I think we're seeing signs of that.
Yeah, but what if Flair would do a swerve on the Bucks? So
Maybe dirtiest player in the game for after all. So, C. Henry has asked who would win in the Battle of the Jakes, the Aerial Assassin or Jake Hager?
Well, if Jake gets to ankle lock, I'm sorry, I gotta go with Hager.
Sorry, but Jake, the Aerial Assassin, you're going down to an ankle lock. And unfortunately, I have to agree with Steven on this, otherwise he's going to fire me. Although he hasn't fired me yet after talking shit on Taylor Swift. And so...
One thing that the Aerial Assassin has the advantage. He'd probably run quicker than Jake Hager.
Let's test that theory. Jake, the Aerial Assassin, please send us a video of you running. I foresee that being a problem down the track.
Yeah.
I don't think Flair they realized that this was going to be a promo with Flair.
No.
I don't think they realized because it definitely didn't feel promo styled.
Because Flair was really low talking with his promo too. Like he
was.
Yeah.
He wasn't his traditional Ric Flair.
Yeah.
But then again, he's an old bastard and he is at that point in his life where he is probably nearing the end of his life. So
I know I said this many times. I respect Ric Flair as far as his wrestling ability in the ring, but outside the ring, no.
Yeah. Outside the ring, he's a terrible human being. Inside the ring, I respect him for what he's done. I'm not a fan of his, but I do respect what he's done in the ring and how he has lasted as long as he has.
So he's basically a Hugh Hefner reject, pretty much.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong, Steven.
Now we're canceled.
No, not quite. Not quite. I mean, if we can talk shit on Taylor Swift and still not be cancelled, we're all good. Next up, Tony Schiavone in the ring talking, brings out Daniel Garcia. Garcia goes on the hype of how we find out that Garcia is getting the title match at Revolution because Edge is out for an undetermined amount of. Sorry, Copeland is out for an undetermined amount of time. And so Copeland, so Garcia gets the match. Christian comes, or Garcia does his promo saying he doesn't feel like he deserves it and stuff like that. And then Christian comes out. Christian runs his mouth, does a bit of a promo, and then talks about Garcia's parents.
Typical Christian Cage.
Yeah, the daddy or the father of AEW is back in play. Thought this was a good promo, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was a good promo between the two. It kept to the narrative and it kept to the story. It didn't just throw Copeland to the side. It kept to a story. I think that it definitely leads us to a situation where it's going to be a bit different at the pay-per-view. I thought Christian could walk out the champ, but now there might be a potential of a new champ.
Two options that could happen. One, if we see Adam and even Beth return.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I wouldn't rule this out now. Two, I can see Daddy Magic turn on Garcia.
Well, we're going to get into that right now because Nick Wayne went to attack Garcia. Garcia gets him in the Scorpion Deathlock.
Mm-hmm.
Killswitch goes to attack. Fucking terribly, though. Like, struggles to get into the ring.
Look, he took his time, did he?
Yep. Gets hit with a chair by Daddy Magic, making the save for Garcia. To bring back to your point, what do you think? Because obviously Daddy Magic has been behind Garcia from day one, sort of thing. Do you think that it's going to happen that way, that he's going to turn?
Yeah, because they'll be thinking, oh, it should have been me, not you.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I think we might see a feel-good story.
You think so?
Out of it. I think so. I'm not 100%, but I think we might see a feel-good story. C. Henry asked a question saying, I wonder where does Flair go after Revolution? Andrade is gone and Sting will be gone.
There's a rumor going around that this cannot be Sting's last match.
Okay.
Because they're saying Sting might do another match after this one.
The problem I have with that is you've just hyped up Revolution to be Sting's last match.
Yep.
And if you change it now, people are going to be pissed. People got pissed when they knew The Undertaker was coming back to do more matches. They loved The Undertaker. They knew he was retired. Then he came back. Same with Goldberg. Same with Hogan. Same with Flair. They knew that they were all retired. Hell, they even got pissed at Shawn Michaels. Because Shawn Michaels was retired, swore he'd never get in the ring again, then went for Saudi blood money.
Yeah.
So I think you're not wrong there, Kai. No one ever actually retires until they're dead or erased from the company. And we know who I'm talking about in that regard. Because they'll be erased from that company very, very quickly if shit goes haywire. I think if they do what you've said, Stephen, and if they do give Sting another match, this is just an insult to the fan base.
If Sting comes out losing this match, I really could see Sting's going to have another one. I really do.
The thing is, if Sting is as old school as I believe he is, he will go out on his back. He will go out on his back. He will lose the match, and the Young Bucks will have the title. I don't know if Tony Khan will do that because Tony Khan is Tony Khan, and he's the one that has given Sting all these wins. Not been Sting pushing for them; it's been Tony Khan giving them the wins. I just, don't know.
I saw a goofy ass rumor a while ago, saying have Dustin show up at Mania just this one time in exchange for having Sting's videos, past wrestling promos videos, to show on the Revolution pay-per-view. I heard that rumor.
I saw that rumor, and I think that is actually a fucking brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I actually think that is absolutely brilliant. Give WWE the footage, give Tony Khan access to the footage from WCW, from early NWA, from his time in WWE, and obviously TNA give Tony Khan the time of Sting in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
That way they can put a massive video package together as a thank you.
Yeah.
As a proper farewell. Obviously with Sting, with that, the company's going to need to get something. Give them Dustin for the night at WrestleMania.
It would be cool to see it though.
People aren't going to turn away from your product because Dustin's on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
If Dustin's on WrestleMania, you might get more people tuning into your product.
Well, at least Dustin will get used though.
Well, it's not just, he was used last week on Rampage, and he's been used with the Von Erichs.
Yeah.
But put Dustin on the pay-per-view to give Cody that momentum, especially if you are going to have Cody win the belt.
Yeah.
If you're going to have Cody win the belt, give them that moment. Transcend wrestling. Make this Forbidden Door legit.
Have Dustin wear the gold dust stuff. Gear. Joking.
Not even. Just have him come down as Dustin.
Yeah, true.
Have him come down as Dustin, even just to celebrate at the end. You have him come down, and people are going to pop. People are going to lose their shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be a great thing because WWE gets something out of it. AEW gets something out of it. AEW gets access to a full library of Sting's videos and Sting's matches, and isn't just limited to what they've got. I'm sure they've got probably going to have a deal with TNA where they can use footage from there. So if you can get Sting's whole career, it's just going to be amazing.
Well, it really depends on Anthem though, because they worked with TNA in the past when Scott was there, but now Scott's not there, so it's probably still up in the air right there.
True. We may see next week another announcement of Tony Khan buying TNA, but that's a different story. That's something that we'll talk about next week on the show, if it happens. So next up, we had Hangman and RVD and Hook backstage. Hangman playing the heel here, not really letting RVD and Hook talk. Don't try to buy TNA; they'll just fire you. That fucking owl. The fucking owl will fire you. So we had Hangman, RVD, and Hook backstage with an interview with Renee. Kind of pointless. We then go to Tony Storm facing, this is going to piss Kai off, a jobber named Sydney Winnell.
An Oklahoma indie wrestler.
Yeah, some jobber. Oh, I'm doing it to bait Kai. I'm doing it to bait Kai.
In Oklahoma, jabroni.
No, Sydney Winnell. Sydney really didn't get a showing here. Of course, it was just to put over Tony Storm.
Squash match.
Kai says they'll fight me.
That's my
Stephen
homie.
is the referee. Kai, here's something for you. If you want to, you can come in and fight. Come on, pick up the fight. There's something there for you if you want to. Tony Storm wins. Basically, we then go straight to. Oh, there you go. She's not from Oklahoma. She's from Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, all right. I thought she sounded like the ring out there said she's from Oklahoma. So, all right.
Yeah, generally where they get billed from changes every now and again. You got to remember, like, originally people like The Undertaker were billed from Parts Unknown, and then it went to Death Valley and all that sort of shit. So they may not say that they're from, though they may not say where exactly they're from. Shy little plug here from Kai. She'll be at Fountain City Pro Wrestling in Kansas on the 8th of March. Okay. If you are in the Kansas area, get down to that. It is going to be a great event. Some of our friends are the owners of that company, and they have a good card set up for that show.
Yep.
And Kai will be working there, I believe. Kai has been on the crew vetting the talent to make sure that the talent are worthwhile. So definitely a show to watch. It's called Light Up. I'll see if I can find a promo for it. Give me one moment. Where are we? Oh, sorry, it's called Light It Up. Light It Up. It's at the Ball Events Center in Olathe, Kansas. Let's go here. And we will do this. You can... Here you go. That is the event. You're going to see some great matches, and it's put on by a new company called Fountain City Pro out of Kansas. This company has been years in the making. Definitely going to be interesting times ahead in the Kansas area. Make sure you get out to it when you can, if you can. Especially this first event, it's going to be great. It's going to be something that I'm sure you'll enjoy. I'm sure that you'll enjoy if you're in the area.
Well, even though if you have indie wrestling in your area, support it.
Yeah.
Check it out.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. No matter where you are, support the local scene, because you never know who you go see in your local town, who you might end up seeing on national television or international television.
Mm-hmm.
DM, I'm feeling a bit better now. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you showing up in the chat. It's always good to have you here. But yes, as we said, make sure that you go and support your locals, because you never know who's going to, appear where. So after the Tony Storm match, Madison Rayne versus Deonna Purrazzo comes on. Deonna Purrazzo came straight out after Tony won. Here we go. Case in point, we just saw Stormy Renee on AEW today. Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
All Elite Wrestling. Stormy Renee was on All Elite Wrestling. That is who Sydney Winnell is. She goes by Stormy Renee down here. So, like, Kai feels dirty calling her by a shoot name, even if AEW did. They probably didn't realize that she goes by Stormy Renee, or because she may not have. They didn't want to, because it was her first match, like first call-in match. It's a different story. So, so yeah, Deanna comes out while Tony's walking out. We had Madison Ray come out, obviously, both wearing black and gold tonight. Kind of looks stupid. Two competitors wearing the same colors. I think that
was awesome, by the way.
Sorry?
That was awesome. They had Deanna color on one half of the screen and Tony on the half with black and white. Yep. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Deanna Purrazzo wins the match against Madison Rain with an ankle lock.
In that spot that Deanna put on Madison top her head, now that's gotta hurt.
Yeah. I don't think Madison landed properly.
No. And she just got back from injury herself.
Well, now she's going to be out again.
Yeah. She's been injury prone since she debuted AEW.
Yeah. She was injury prone in TNA, to be honest. But the body ain't what it used to be, so.
No.
Tony Storm then attacks Deanna Purrazzo, and then puts on makeup, like puts on lipstick all over her face. And then the segment ends.
Did that ankle lock submission?
Yeah. We next go to a video with Darby Allin and Sting. Darby Allin shows us some old photos of Sting with his kids. And then Sting comes on screen and says how his dad just recently passed away. And that basically he's not in the mood. So,
yeah.
Kai says, I feel like I've went through 7 stages of grief with the whole Stardom thing. Kind of like seeing parents go through a divorce. I got myself over it with the classic, 2 Christmases. Let's fucking go. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Kai. This has probably been the most serious we've ever seen Sting in a promo.
Yeah.
Like,
most seriously since on him back in the day.
I've watched Sting since I started watching wrestling, and this is probably the most serious face that he had on.
Yeah.
And kind of they're here for it. Kind of here for it.
Well, not only that, the Young Bucks attack his kids too.
Yeah. I'm kind of here for a more serious side of Sting.
Yeah.
Like, it's different. It's not something that we'd normally see. No. Normally we used to see the energetic Sting or the over-the-top Sting. I think this serious side is definitely something that could work out.
Just don't have him climb up on jumping on tables and ladders.
Oh, you know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be Darby Sr.
It'll be, you're not wrong. It'll be Darby Sr., but at the same time, I think that Sting needs, this serious side of Sting is definitely a lot better than if we had a happy-go-lucky Sting for this match. So that's my thoughts on that. What did you think, Stephen?
Well, it's going to be well. I'm not a huge. I'm not really a big Darby fan. I'm not a big Darby fan. So, same with the Young Bucks. But what is what it is.
Hmm.
You know, I'm sure there'll be a good match.
Yeah. Next up, we had Wardlow come to the ring, having a
Temper tantrum.
temper tantrum promo, basically claiming he's the best in the world, that he's better than you. ABJ, I thought Darby's climbed the mountain already. Didn't he do that already?
Has.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. And Everest. So he's off to China, but won't actually. Oh, no, he doesn't climb it until April. Fuck.
Well, then Anthony's right then. I thought he.
Fucking hell. Well, a few more weeks of him on screen, ABJ. A few more weeks. I think that if we're going to have Sting there after the match, put him in a development role with the backstage, or make him a general manager.
Yeah.
Make him a general manager.
How many VPs
really
Tony
well.
Khan needs? Put Sting as a VP role.
No, just make him a general manager. You don't need to make him a VP.
Okay.
Because if you make him a VP, that puts him above everybody else. If you make him as an on-screen talent general manager across the whole brand, you might get a bit more structure to the show.
Yeah, but Young Bucks will still be in charge of him, though.
And you could then turn around and be like, well, Tony Khan is no longer, or Tony Khan can go and do his things off to the side, and he can focus on promoting the show.
Yeah.
Right? As much as I don't like general managers as such, sometimes it works, and I think in this situation it might work.
Well, if Sting wants to do it, though, I'm cool. I'm cool with it.
I'm cool with it, but just don't give him another fucking match, because that'll just be stupid.
Yeah.
You give him another match, I'm gonna throw my TV.
No, you'll be saying it's all Steve's fault. He's the one who said it.
And to be honest, that's a big fucking TV, and I don't want to. I'll break my back doing it. But we had Wardlow in the ring, staking his claim for the world title, throwing a tantrum. This begs the question: is he going to hand the? Obviously, he's clearly not going to hand the belt over to Adam Cole when it comes to time.
We'll just have to wait and see when Adam Cole comes back and go from there.
Mm-hmm. But does it put into place then Adam Cole being a babyface in that situation, or is Wardlow the babyface?
I think Wardlow is going to be the babyface.
Okay.
Have MJF back with return back with Wardlow.
Because the problem you have, if you try to switch Cole back to babyface, it's gonna mess up everything you've done with MJF.
Yeah. But I'm thinking Wardlow will be a babyface though, and join with MJF whenever MJF comes back.
Yeah. Next up, we had Don Callis backstage, and they announced the Manly Meat match or something that's happening at Revolution, which is all the big guys of AEW or some shit in a multi-man match.
Who's in this match?
No. I know Wardlow and I know Powerhouse. They're the only two that are in the match that I know so far. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Brian Cage, maybe Miro in there as well. Who knows?
I can see Cage. I don't know about Miro. He hasn't been wrestling since when Andrade left, has it? The last match with Andrade?
I believe so, yeah. But
been
then
a
again,
while.
his wife's also got a busted finger as well, so and needed surgery for that. So another reason he may be off TV, I don't know.
Yeah, forgot about that.
How about Jericho? How about Jericho? No.
Jericho's touring. He's in the UK right now, so he's not going to be at Revolution anyway.
Yeah, he's with Fozzy at the moment. He's off with Fozzy. He's not going to be around for a while. And to be honest, leave Jericho out of it for a bit. Keep Jericho away from the company for a bit.
Well,
Let
they're
people
not.
miss him.
Well, they're not medium meat though, but Sammy could probably be in that match too, because Hop's been attacking him.
Yeah,
as of late too. So
I'd say, although going back to the Jericho thing, let people miss him. Let people miss him.
Yeah.
Let him stay away long enough that people begin to go, hey, where's Jericho? Why isn't Jericho here?
And people will be seeing Judas like crazy when he returns.
Oh, 100%. If you can keep him off TV and you can keep him away from the company until, I don't know, bloody 2 weeks before All In, or even as a surprise return at All In, you're going to have it. It'll be huge. It'll be a huge moment. Although, please don't let him perform it again at All In. Once was enough. Maybe the Butcher and the Blade. Yeah, maybe they could be part of it as well.
Well, we've seen the Butcher earlier on Dynamite after helping the scuffle with the FDR and BCC.
Yep. We got to the main event now. Hook, Hangman, and RVD versus Swerve, Samoa Joe, and Brian Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Was it just me, or did everybody look fucking tired in this match?
Yeah.
Everybody looked fucking tired, and it looked like they were worn out pretty bloody quickly.
Yeah. They do.
Like, especially RVD and Brian Cage. Like, I like Brian Cage. He is a machine, and he's a really nice guy, but he looked tired today.
Yeah, RVD looks exhausted.
Yeah. The M gave that match a 2 out of 10.
Well, that's between you and Jake.
Wonder
what Jake would rate this match.
Not gonna lie, I wouldn't rate it much higher either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rate it much higher either. Even some of the spots with Hangman and Swerve and Joe were lackluster.
Yeah.
Like the fact that Joe was tagged in.
I figured Joe would turn on him and just leave.
But Joe was tagged in.
Mm-hmm.
Swerve came into the ring. Hook got the fucking the red rum around Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
Not Hangman, around Swerve. Swerve moved back towards the corner where RVD was. RVD did nothing. Then you had Hangman come in, and that's when Joe finally came in. Like, it was a good 3 minutes before Joe came in off his tag. It felt like the match was confused.
I think everybody in the 6-man tag was confused.
I think this, for me, was probably the worst match of the night.
Yeah, even though it's the main event, it's really terrible.
Even though it was the main event, it was definitely the worst match of the night.
I think the women's match was better than this.
Yep. Samoa Joe wins via submission. And then I don't remember anything after.
I take that back. The FDR match was better than this. They should put the FDR match in the main event.
Shots fired. They probably should have, actually. If it was up to me, I probably would have put this as the opening match and had BCC FTR as the main event.
And do the FDR promo in the ring, and that's your
In the ring, at the end, and be like, we've had enough. You want to fight? Let's do it at Revolution.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
it's just the direction of the match. The match order is pretty much what was off.
Yeah. Overall, not a bad show. I would rate it probably a 6, 6.5, maybe
5.
5. Fuck, you're going harsh today.
Yeah, the main event put the damper on me.
The main event definitely put a damper on it. That's why I wouldn't rate it any higher than 6.5. I think Garcia getting some time is going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
I think that think that the BCC FTR thing is going to get good. Orange Cassidy's just been killing it. So I wouldn't rate it any higher than a 6.5 though.
But Revolution 1 week from Sunday.
Yep. In 1 week from Sunday, we have AEW Revolution coming up. Do we have an updated card for that? I don't know. I'm not going to look it up now.
I would wait till after Dynamite next week.
Yeah, I'll wait till next week, and we'll go on a full rundown to that.
Yeah. Because I'm sure they'll add some matches for 0 Hour at for Rampage and all that next week.
Sure. Yeah. Other than that, there hasn't been much to talk about with tonight's show.
Nope.
Anything you want to bring up for the next 2 minutes?
Not really, buddy. Dynamite was a subpar show, like in my opinion, half and half. You know, I said at the beginning of the show was a good show, but I do agree that the main event kind of was a damper in that match. They should have switched it up, put FDR to main event and put that 6-man in the opening match.
There's one thing we can bring up, and that is that AEW has announced Jennifer Pepperman as the Vice President of Content Development.
Yeah, she got cut from WWE last week.
Yep, she got cut from WWE and is now going to be working with AEW. So, interesting.
And a couple things to note too about AEW. One, Kyle Fletcher is not able to go to the U.S. due to visa issues.
Really?
Yep, he's having visa problems. That's the reason you're not seeing him.
Well then,
and also Cash Wheeler is going to be on trial in May for his road rage incident.
Yeah,
in May. So.
Also, next week we see the debut of my boy Will Ospreay. We see him next week.
Yep.
Before Revolution, we get to see him. It's going to be a good time. Hopefully, he turns his back on the Don Callis family, and we get shit sorted there.
Me too. 3 weeks away for big business.
Yep. Other than that, we are pretty much done here. I have nothing else to really bring up.
Nope, nothing here either.
If you've enjoyed...
no WWE for once this week. All right.
I know, there's a first. We kept our mouth shut on that product.
Yeah.
Once again, as always, thank you, Stephen. Thank you to every single person in the chat. We appreciate you being here. If you want to click that like button, go right ahead. If you don't, fuck you. If you want to subscribe. If you don't, once again, fuck you. If you're watching this on the YouTube side of things, scroll down and you'll see my suggested follows, or the people I recommend. You'll see ABJ, the Opinion City podcast. You'll see Devin, the Tribal Chief. You'll see Anthony Graves, CR Media, and a few others, just to name a few.
Another thing to note, too, is check out Anthony Blackwell Jr. in a few minutes. He's going to do a gaming stream, too. So
yeah. Head on over to ABJ's channel. You'll find him in my featured channels, or also known as Friends of Raz. You'll find him there playing a game. I don't know what he's playing. It's probably going to be Call of Duty. But we are out of here. Thank you all for watching and have a great night.
Have a good night, guys.